Memester of the Week contains fantasy violence, drug use, and horror elements. A list of topics, themes, and subjects featured in this episode is included in the description. If you ever feel unsafe or suicidal, please call your local crisis center, emergency services, or national hotline. A link to an international list of crisis hotlines is listed in the description below. Remember, you matter.
We return to the sun-drenched summer in Southern California, in Pasadena, on the rooftop of a building downtown where 5 humans and a large 9-foot-long lizard person is residing as police cars pull through the street.
Well, probably kind of fucked us over by shooting the one, but he didn't really leave me much other choice. So
I'll say it's self-defense.
I mean, yeah.
He did come at you with a gun, and then he got himself shot with his own gun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the law isn't going to care about that distinction too terribly much, but I mean, at least you see it that way, so thank you, B.
It's not our fault we live in America.
We should perform first aid on him, though. He is losing a lot of blood.
Yeah, and it's not fair to let him die when it's just the thing in his head we want.
What, his brain?
No, not his brain. Something attached to his brain.
His brain stem?
It's a parasitical creature known as the Yerks. They're an alien species that appear like slugs to humans.
Yeah.
They enter through the ear canal and get to your brain, and then they stretch themselves out, and they take entire control over a person's autonomy.
So they're slug people. So like that Star Trek movie where Khan put those things in people's ears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much like that. Only so much worse, because this is real.
Fun fact, I was actually a consulting writer on that. I didn't get credited, but...
You trying to warn us?
I've written a lot of Star Trek episodes.
Man, you must be old.
I mean, fun fact, I was also there whenever they were putting the pyramids up.
And we're Egypt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've probably got some questions. I'd say, do any of us have a first aid move that we could use? I don't think.
The game has a basic one, and then there's like moves that do more advanced.
Okay.
What is like your skin routine? Because if you're that old, you're looking pretty good for
holographic projector.
You know what? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
How about that first aid? I've got some glue.
Super glue?
I'm sure we could borrow one of their belts.
Yeah.
I've got glue. Is that what you said? I've got glue for this person's gunshot
glue the
wound?
wound shot. It's a super glue. They do that.
Yeah, that's actually what medical bandages are. Like medical liquid bandages is just super glue. I think so. Look, I'm not a medical expert, but every carpenter that I've known has said that, quote, hospitals are fucking you. It's just super glue.
That's so funny.
I think maybe that's what super glue was originally made for, wasn't it? You know, one of those war things.
I believe so, yeah. I've heard the story.
Well, you learn something new every day.
But, I mean, do you think the bullet came out, or is it still in there?
It's probably still in there, but you don't want to remove a bullet.
No, I know.
Usually, sometimes they may cauterize on an artery, and then like if you remove it, it'll remove that blockage. So you definitely want to keep the bullet in there.
But I mean, we could glue the artery too, right?
In a sterile environment, yes. But
I mean, he's a bit of a dick, so I don't really care about him at this point. But I do
Well,
have
to be
glue if you need
fair,
it.
he's not the dick. It's the yerk in his brain. That's the dick.
Oh, you're right, the slag. Sorry, my bad. Why
yeah,
don't you just
the
cut his
slugs.
head off then and take his head?
Well, because there's still a person in there.
So if you take the slug out, he'll be fine?
yeah.
Yes, if we remove the slug, he'll be fine, but if we remove his head, then we've just killed a person.
Yeah, no, I get that. Now I feel bad that I only have super glue for the injury where you shot him, or he's a completely innocent person that's been controlled by an evil slug. How do we get the slug out? Do we like tempt it with M&Ms or something?
Oh no, you just wait.
You see,
It's a
they
very
have
painful process.
Yes, they have to recharge once every 3 days in something called a yerk pool. They typically hide them underground, underneath large buildings, much like the one for the gathering down there that these two came out of. And when they do go down there, the humans, who are called controllers, are held captive, kept in cages, and held while the yerks swim around in this pool, which is full of some kind of liquid which regenerates them, refuels them. They swim around for a few hours, and then they crawl back into their chosen human's brain and continue to pilot them around. But
Okay, I have a question.
if we...
Why do they call the humans the controllers when they're the ones being controlled?
It's just the term they have for whoever is being controlled by a yerk. Rick here was a Hork-Bajir controller. That's what his race is called. They're Hork-Bajir. He was a Hork-Bajir controller. These humans are human controllers. I don't know. Do you think it refers more to the yerks themselves controlling them, that they're the controllers, or...
Yes.
Yes, so that's
Maybe
more
they
what it
don't
is.
understand what that word really means. That
Oh, no,
word doesn't mean what they think it means.
They're completely aware. They know what they're doing is wrong, and they don't care, because the alternative for them is living a very sad life that is robbed of all sensations.
So the easiest way to kill a yerk is to keep its controller away from a yerk pool for 3 days. And then when the yerk comes out, squish it. It's just a defenseless slug.
So we've just got to sit on this guy who's bleeding for 3 days and wait for a slushy to come out.
Hopefully less, but yes.
True, because he might be 2 days in already.
Exactly.
You know, this whole thing sounds like, on the one hand, they've got to go underground and it's making it sound like Dracula, but on the other hand, there's more Star Trek stuff, you know, like the symbiotes for the what are they called? I can't remember, the ones with the spots, and they go into a pool. Bee's also sitting there drinking from her thermos. I don't know where she produced it from, but she's a hoarder. It's there somewhere.
What do we need to roll for first aid?
Yeah.
Do you not have the first aid move?
No, but
Yeah.
I know the book has an option for doing first aid.
I want to say that it is a top roll. Let me check that to be 100%.
Do a medicine roll.
Is that professional? I can never remember if that is a professional move or
it's
if
a professional move.
Yeah, it's professional. We all know the playbook. We just don't know the stat.
Maya's favorite playbook.
It was my favorite playbook, but I think it's been replaced. I really like the gumshoe.
We do also generally have for recovery for hunters when they take harm, 1 to 3 harm wounds improve when you receive first aid and later when you rest. Heal 1 when you do. Unstable wounds require first aid to become stable. 4+ wounds require a healing move. Time in an infirmary or a hospital or magical healing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would apply necessarily to someone who's technically a monster.
I'm going to say that this is an act under pressure roll.
All right. Do you want to do it, Ray?
I can do it. I have a +1.
Good. I have a -1.
Yeah. Then I should probably do it. That is an 8.
Okay. You are going to stabilize this wound, so they are not hurting anymore. And I think that the issue that you run into from this mixed success is that you stabilize the wound, but this controller wakes up.
As I pull his belt really tight around his thigh. Because that's where he got shot right in the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, you're being rescued. Please do not scream.
How?
Did the slug come out?
You'd know.
How big is it?
1 to 3 inches.
Not impressive.
I was about to say, or if you're a man, it's 8 inches.
At the same time,
doesn't-
I was like,
Hey, as long as you know how to use it, right?
I guess there's not much give in an ear canal, though, right?
They actually emit a ultrasonic sound that relaxes the muscles around the ear canal, and it opens it up so they can get in.
it's very fun doing a one shot where someone else knows the lore, and so I'm like, yeah, man, I can just I can fucking just sit back. let them handle this.
I wasn't going to correct you earlier, but the substance they absorb while inside the Yerk bowls is known as the Chondrona rays.
Yep.
It's been a minute since I've read the books, so
It has.
I
too,
know
but,
nothing.
like, for some reason, that's what's stuck in my head. I don't know math that good, but Chondrona rays, that it's pronounced che and not chi, like it's spelled.
Yeah. So this controller is here. Rick is here. We have another one that's knocked out. And the controller goes, give me a reason.
a reason for what?
Give me a reason to not scream right now and make all of the Empire come at you.
If you don't scream. Let's see. Give me a second while I think of this.
This is when you usually threaten them with their lives, right?
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Can I change my holographic projection to look exactly like him?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to change it to look like him, and then I want to say in his voice, because I'll scream and light.
They aren't here.
Are you sure about that? Are you willing to gamble your life for that?
Okay. Fair. So what are you going to do now?
I figured a repeat performance of what I'm known for.
She'll shoot you in the other leg. I mean, he'll shoot you in the other leg.
Nah. I mean, I could do that, but I think he knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
What do you want here? What are you doing in Pasadena? Beyond the obvious.
Setting up systems of power. That's the mission. There are 2 or 3 other groups that have touched down. We're the first ones here. Setting up a new system of power so it doesn't go the way it did last time.
Well, I can't let that happen. So, why don't you tell us how long you've got until you have to go back in?
I last fed a day ago.
All right.
Is this the truth?
Insight
It is.
check.
Okay. For the viewers, I have the move Suspicious Mind. So if someone tells a lie, I can know it.
Nice.
So I want to give Mike or William just a small nod whenever he says that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
What you want to go inside and sabotage the pool.
Yeah.
I want to not die.
Here's the thing. I know what your people do. Why should I let you live? None
because
of you
I can
come
help
to
you
this.
get into the pool.
You also said that the body is innocent. It's the sluggy that's evil.
I think at this point, like, Rick has been paying attention and says, I can help you get back into the pool. If that's what you really want, we should kill him. I love the look of realization that I just saw on Ray's face. Ray, I saw the gears turn and I'm like, Ray had an idea.
I do not like the idea of killing them, but we could also, you've seen Star Wars, right? Chewbacca Death Star?
Yeah, Chewbacca Death Star.
I say still looking like this wounded controller.
Oh, are you going to go in undercover as him?
Yeah.
Do you think chlorine would work on this pool?
Maybe. It couldn't hurt. I'm not sure we'll be able to find enough chlorine to do enough damage in enough time.
I will.
Chlorine tablets.
This is a stupid bit from the actual series, and so I want to know how much experience after the first encounter did William have with Yerks? Did you have any other opportunities to interact with them?
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think William has had quite a bit of experience since then, because once he was made aware, and he was an inquisitive child. So I think for roughly the past 20 years, he's pretty much been just on top of Yerk activity and trying to stay aware and trying to stay ahead of things. Which is why he's been, pulling a supernatural now, driving around the country looking for more.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how you would know this. Roll and investigate a mystery for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say investigate. What can hurt it?
Yeah. I'm gonna use luck.
Okay. So you have 2 hold.
What did you roll?
Oh, well, 4, 5. Oh, that was a 7.
It's not like we could help, though.
I mean,
yeah.
What's his memories, right?
Well, yeah, but I could have been there for that memory.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see. So yeah, I do think definitely what can hurt it.
Okay. I think you remember when you're talking about chlorine tablets and like infecting the pool and things like that. And I think you remember one time in particular you found a stray. They had been able to keep access to the Kendrona, but they had started to kind of assimilate into society. And at a breakfast bar one day, you see this person starting to just fully lose it and talk about the slug in their head. And then they ran out of the restaurant, and you went and tracked them down later. But as you were moving by their table, you saw what they were eating, and they had a bowl of oatmeal.
Oatmeal's their weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So you say that as a bit? That's an entirely real thing.
Yeah, the Animorphs destroyed a Kandrona, like the source of the rays, and so to survive, the Yerks had to get creative, and they found out oatmeal works just fine for Kandrona. Like, it's a good substitute, except it drives them insane.
Yeah, it's like crack.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for showing up.
This book is so fuck. This book series is so fucking wild. It's
It
great.
is.
I love it.
I mean, so you're saying we could go buy a big tower of Quaker oats and just dump them into the pool? I mean, okay,
You have an additional hold here.
I do.
Yes, B.
Does B have like a whole lot of Quaker oats in the boot of a car?
I don't know. Do you?
Good.
Do you
I
have
got preparedness.
You have preparedness?
Mm.
Or you have weirdness, just in general?
I have preparedness.
Yeah, if you have
That's
preparedness,
awesome.
you can roll preparedness to have a
God.
fucking
I mean,
44
Please.
liter.
Oh my
or
god.
I can have access to it. Not that it's in my car, because I don't know what's up with the Prius at the moment. But
I mean, it
You did
would
just-
make total sense.
I rolled
for
a
you
6.
too, 'cause
Someone help me out, or I'll use luck. Fuck it, I'll use
don't know-
luck. I've got 4.
I was gonna say I don't know how I could justify helping you out with this.
Yeah.
Too
I'm
late, I
not
used
sure
luck.
either.
I used luck.
All
Okay,
right.
so on
No,
a full
roll the
success on
oats out,
preparedness,
oats out.
what does it say?
For preparedness, on a 10 plus, you have it here right now. Fuck.
On 10 plus, you reach into your backpack that you've been carrying with you the whole time, and you have a 44 liter box of Quaker Oats.
or we could just look down the fire escape and there's a sign for the building that says oats.
Yeah, we're at a Quaker Oats factory this whole time.
Yeah, across the street
Yeah.
from in downtown Pasadena, famously the Quaker Oats factory.
Or a boutique store.
Yeah, the Quaker Oats boutique. They also have fresh blueberries.
Nobody goes for the blueberries.
No.
No,
Oh.
everybody would go for the blueberries. Nobody goes
Yeah,
for
I
the
was
oatmeal.
gonna say. I'll just point over the road and I'll be like, there's some oats next door.
There's some oats.
Yeah.
If you verbalize the need for oats, that is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They appear.
I
So
yeah. I'll point out. Yeah. I mean, oatmeal. We can. All right. If you want to live, I say to the controller with the injured leg, we got oatmeal for you, but we could just as easily toss it in the pool for the rest of your friends.
They say oats are gluten-free, but they kind of really aren't. So if you're gluten intolerant or celiac, this is a bad idea. Maybe they are gluten intolerant and celiac slugs.
probably.
Would the slug then shit itself, which causes issues in the human controller?
An interesting question.
I think that's what happened.
The
They don't cover that in the book.
yeah, the
This is all
controller.
in character.
The controller's like, ugh. And then says, "I don't want that. If you help me, I will help you get to the pool. If you would help me find the visitor's Katrona ray. They have a personal generator that they keep with them that could keep me alive. If you'll help me get that and get out, I'll help you find the pool."
There's a Visser here. And I look to Michael, like looking for confirmation. Like, is he lying?
Is he lying?
It's not lying.
Michael gives a his face looks normal, but internally he's surprised, and he gives a nod.
Okay. All right. I'm going to turn to everybody else and pull them aside. Be like, okay, we're gonna discuss this. All right.
Group huddle.
Group huddle.
Oh, be
Including
careful
Rick.
that one that Rick's serrated. Don't huddle him too close.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Sorry,
with
Rick.
I don't know you.
No. And I'm not going to ask you to be our pretend captive to go in there, not after everything you went through to get out. But we've got an opportunity to hamstring, if not outright kill, a Visser. And all that means for you is this has just gotten a lot more dangerous. There's you can still walk away from this. You can still walk away. You can still try to have a normal life. You might have to leave Pasadena, but I mean, honestly, like, you'd probably be better off leaving anyway. But you can still walk away from this.
But if you come with us, there's a chance we could save the other Orc Badger that are there. Rajir, that are there. If I could do the same thing for them that I did for you, we could potentially gain a lot of allies. And in turn, your freedom, their freedom.
If you can help turn off the signal, that will help us greatly.
That's our goal.
Then I will be on team turn-off signal.
Okay. I'll
Are
be
you
on
going
team.
to-
I'll be on team. Find the Visser's Cadrona.
So you're taking that with you? I don't trust it. In the second that it can move away from us and do something that would benefit it, it will.
The thing of the matter is, Yerks are all about ambition, in my experience. And if we remove a Visser and the countless others, there is potential for this one to move up. So I think we could trust its nature to work in our favor.
And what about this one? And Rick turns its head to B and looks B over.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, he told us to run up the fire escape.
And you did so admirably.
No, I know.
and
I had to
now,
jump. What?
Why are you still here?
Because his friends may have stolen my keys for my car. So I want my car back. My Prius. My ship.
I think Rick just snorts and turns its head away.
Was that the right answer? Also, I have a gun. Just hold it
speaking of-
up.
I'm gonna defeat the Mercs with the power of friendship and this gun
And
that
this
I
guy
found.
found.
Hey, when you drive at an Uber, you gotta be prepared. Sometimes
Yeah,
the stun
especially
gun's
in America.
enough. Other times you've got to threaten them with more serious meat.
It's
Very
true.
precise.
Speaking of guns, do I officially have a gun in my inventory now? Because I took it off the one guy?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Sure. Sweet.
Same stats as a 9mm, which I think is 2 harm close loud.
I think
If
so,
I'm
yeah.
remembering correctly.
A 9mm.
Okay.
I've got a small handgun, 2 harm, close, loud reload.
Okay.
Hitler. Yeah, I'm in America. This is B. I use
Yeah.
guns to be persuasive.
As all Americans do. It's
Yeah.
part of their cultural language.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're born and you're immediately given a gun rattle,
It's
right?
so bad.
It's like your zodiac sign or your birthstone. Everybody judges you by what gun you get when
By
you're
what
born.
kind of handgun you own and carry with
Exactly.
I'm sure this is against Twitch's terms of service. I'm sorry.
what
Don't just be-
satire? Political
Oh, yeah,
commentary.
Yeah. Everyone cover your nipples. Those are the guys
And
with
the
the
side
quickest.
nipples.
Excellent.
I mean, we need to get in there. I'm not letting that Yerk pool go undamaged. So if you don't mind, B, if you want to go with, you can. If you don't, I pull out my wallet. I'll be like, here, I'll pay for that oatmeal if you need, just so you don't lose the money on it. But
Cool. Real cash.
yeah,
Not Uber back.
Yeah.
Got it. Yep. We'll go and get the oatmeal now if you want. How much do you need? 44 pounds or whatever it was. Pound American weight units. 44 American weight units.
Yeah, you have you fully have the the oatmeal. You're fine on that. I'm just trying to let's make a plan here.
yes.
How do you want to approach this situation? There are police in the streets, and there are some people who have gathered around the gathering, and you do not know how many people are inside, and you don't know the layout of the building.
Well, as far as the layout of the building goes, I might be able to address that.
I think Rick will speak up and say, "You're right. The Yerk pool is on the bottom floor. There's a sub basement, and it seemed like there was a lot of materials on the floor right above it. I had to go up 2 floors to be able to get out. And the Yerk will introduce himself. I'm SM461. And all of that is correct. We have a sub basement for the pool, and then I think that our materials, I think the Visser's office is on the first basement floor.
Okay.
What about a
well-
dumpster fire as a distraction to get the,
I
police
like
away?
that. I think for pacing's sake, we're going to Ocean's 11 this. What you say is happening, or what you say you want to happen, we are going to cut the screen. That is a scene that is playing out right now as you are planning it.
Okay. So as we see the Yerk pool in frame, and we hear the screaming of people as they drop their Yerks into the pool, and they're being pulled away by controllers, a loud smash as a tank drives through and just fires. I'm kidding.
Through the basement?
Just through the basement. Yeah.
It's been tunneling. It's tunneling because of the gunfire. It's been shooting.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
that's how
did
that
that,
works. How do I I non-lethally use a tank?
Right. So let's address the first hurdle here. How are you going to enter the building? You have Rick here who can help you, and then you also Ray has a tank. Everybody drink. You have Rick here who can help you as far as sneaking goes, and you have SM461 who can help you as far as front facing moving through goes. So it just kind of depends on how you want to handle it.
I ran out.
Hydrate.
I ran
I
out.
just did.
I
There's
literally
one
just
trip
did.
left.
I mean, I did when Laura said, but I'll drink again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I need to drink again? I'll drink again.
More water can never hurt. I feel like the best option for getting in would be to
Maybe it's
use
to create a bad situation.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that's that's
the move
the
that
thing.
we have.
that. There is a move. Yeah.
The move we have.
Who wants to?
That's sharp. I have a -1, which is hilarious
Wow.
because
All right.
I have a 0 for sharp.
Sweet. I got a
But-
+2. Let's do it.
But what could
Um,
go wrong? I could use
Sero
that.
has a
That's a
-1.
valid option. So
TT
River,
dubs.
let's see that read a bad situation, and B, what could go wrong could be incredibly helpful for you here.
Or incredibly bad, but I have lots of luck here.
That's a 10.
Okay, 10. On
Hell
that,
yeah,
you
full
have
success.
3. You have 3 holds on read a bad
Yes.
situation.
All right.
The best way in.
Yeah.
And we're going to count this read a bad situation as the full act of infiltration here, and gathering information once you are inside, because
Okay.
you can't answer all of these questions from outside of the building.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm gonna go with what's my best way in, what's my best way out,
Mhm.
and what's the best way to protect the victims? The victims being us.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say the Hork Badger, because then we could find out where the signal button is.
Okay, yeah, that as well. I figure anytime we're dealing with Yerks, the potential to become a victim, even if you are trying to do something about it, is always present. So,
True.
Maybe
but then
for
again,
you.
that is, yeah.
Some of us are robots.
Yeah,
Some of us
some of us don't. Some of us are brainless. Mm.
Control.
You can't stop me, Yerks. I don't have a brain.
So best way in. I think you consult with Rick on this one. And Rick tells you about there being a cellar door at the back of the building that is used in combination with like the on-off ramps and things like that for larger deliveries and things to the building. They have kind of like a docking bay in the back that connects down into the basements.
Okay. All right.
Whereas for to in an attempt to like make himself seem useful, 461 is going to mention to B like, we were trying to bring you in earlier. If you come in with me through the front door, we'll have more attention on us and it will make it easier for your friends to get inside.
Oh, I mean, I guess that could work. How do we explain about your injury? Shot yourself?
There was a misfire. It happens all
Right.
the time.
Yep, I hear a lot of guys say that quite often, yeah.
Okay.
My partner got separated from me while we were looking for you, and I found you first.
Ooh, hold on. And I want to change my holographic projection to look like his partner.
Or not.
It was my gun. I'm sorry. It won't happen again, I promise.
Anton O'Toole is suddenly here
Yeah, in this universe.
in this universe. No, I'm not gonna put that on Anton.
Yeah.
No, we love Anton. There we go. Almost lost my mic there.
Although, let's be honest, if anybody would join the gathering because he's sad and alone, it would be Anton.
No. Okay, so I think that's what we see happening right now. We see like a split screen diagonally in the top left. We see William Banger and Rick kind of going around and skulking through the bushes, having made their way through back streets and alleys to the backside of the gathering building and starting to move in. And they are able to get into the building from this back docking bay. And at the same time, in the bottom right, we see SM461 with the Che, who looks like his partner now, and B in between them, walking into the front door of the building. And SM461 like reports to the people who are there and say, "Oh, don't worry, it was just a misfire. Someone's gun went off and the body is fine. I'll just need to rest a little bit, but we should take this one down to the pool." And so we are starting to move through. So Michael and B and 461, you guys enter the first basement and start making your way down. What do you guys want to do? And this is a thing to establish up front. Who has the oatmeal?
Probably William, I would guess.
William?
Yeah.
So it's at the side door, we have to lead him in.
Yep. William and Rick were able to enter independent.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're at the first sub-basement where the Kandrona is.
Yep. The visitor's office is supposed to be on this floor where you can find the portable Kandrona.
William, did you want to go after that? Was that the plan?
Yeah, I think that was the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the plan was I was gonna try to get to the pool and get the oats in there to fuck with it, and then try to find the Visser's office to if nothing else fuck up his personal supply of Kandrona. And if that also involves taking out one of the leaders of the movement, that would be awesome too. But mostly just gonna try to get rid of his food source.
So we have that going on. So what Michael wanted to do was try and find the Kendrona as well, and then also find a way to deactivate the collars that the Hork-Bajir are dealing with.
Yep.
Okay. So first, let's work with B and Michael. You guys are on the sub-basement floor, and you are with 461, and 461 is starting to like lead you down and say, okay, somewhere around here is the visitor's office, and I think that's where the control for the Hork-Bajir are. And so if you guys want to find that, I'd say it's probably an investigative mystery roll.
Yep. That sounds good to me.
Is that sharp, is it?
Yeah. And for going along with this, Sero, I think your what could go wrong is very much active here. You're willfully going into a very dangerous situation.
Does somebody want to roll sharp? And I can
I've
help
got
out.
0 sharp.
I've got -1 sharp.
I guess I can try, but I don't know anything what I'm looking at, so just bear that in mind. Investigate a mystery.
You're mundane. You do things and things happen and you stumble onto what works out.
I rolled a 4. I think I will use luck.
Okay, you use luck.
Oh, the question.
Luck point achieved.
What is it being concealed here, maybe?
It doesn't give that list on this character sheet. That's interesting.
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
Okay, what is being concealed here is the one I usually always go for.
Yeah, that's the typical fare for that. Like what's happening even. I think as you are moving down this hallway, you see a break into kind of a more industrial part of the building, where there is like a metal wrought iron staircase that is going down into the sub basement, and you can see like through a window of the hallway the York pool below, and you see these Hork-Bajir marching around, walking humans up to this pool where they are like kneeling down and then tilting their heads, and you see a silver ooze, a slug, fall out of their head into the pool. And the moment that slug disconnects from the ear canal, the humans start to thrash and cry and scream as they are picked up by these lizard creatures and pushed into cages.
And you wanted to do that to me?
It's what we do.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I think as you're moving through this hallway, you're able to stumble back from that window, and you find your back to a door and push it open, and it leads into a kind of control room with monitors that have been set up along all of the walls, multiple camera angles of the Yerk pool, and there is one person inside here who goes, huh, what are you doing here? It's not your shift.
The visitor told us to come in and take over for you.
All three of you?
Yeah, there's a situation at the top.
Do you have a dark negotiator?
I do not.
Oh,
I'll make that a manipulate someone.
Okay.
I'll take it on that one. This person's not that suspicious of you yet, but it is getting there.
I was gonna say that's yeah. How does an 8 strike you?
Situation up top. What do you mean? I would have found out about something from here. What are you talking about?
It's an opportunity.
An opportunity for what?
Upward movement.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who should I go talk to?
I look to
It's him. It's him.
461.
Oh, you should probably go talk to SM386. They would be more in the know about the subvisor position that seems to be opening up soon. And they would go, oh, okay, I'll go find them. Thank you. And so this person stands up, walks out and up, and you are in this control room alone.
All right. I want to look for something that looks like the control to the Horkbad Bajir collars.
Okay. And what is B going to do while they are here?
I'm gonna go look for some buttons and maybe push them.
Oh God.
What does this button do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Michael, go ahead and roll investigate a mystery. You are trying to find information here.
Yep. I'm going to spend a luck point on that because that is a 5.
Great. Yeah, with that luck point, you are able to find the control that will deactivate the signal to the collars.
Okay. Yeah, I want to turn off the signal, and then I want to smash the control.
Okay, yeah. The signal you see and you can hear, and William, you are entering the pool here, and you see all of those silver lights on the necks of the Hork-Bajir go out, and the collars start to fall to the ground off of them. And they are, understandably, many people are confused about this because even though the collars are not there, they are still controllers. So before things start happening, William, you are going to roll an act under pressure so you are in the area of the Yerk pool. What is it that you are going to try and do here?
I'm going to try to behave the way I've seen the controllers who are like acting as like guards and keeping track of the humans who are not currently being controlled. I'm going to try to behave like some of them and just get close enough to the pool to bend down to act like I'm inspecting and try to add the oats.
Okay. Act under pressure to not get caught doing this. And I think Rick is going to give you a +1 to this because he's going to act like a guard alongside of you.
Awesome.
Because that was what he was doing previously.
Okay. All right, that is a 7 with Rick's help.
God, yeah, Rick really came in clutch there.
Yeah.
You go up and you're going to deposit the oats in this pool. You are either going to get caught and whoops. Sarah, are we still streaming? Okay, everything's fine.
Yep. It was just me dropped out. That's all.
Okay. You're going to deliver the oatmeal into this pool. You are also going to get caught.
Okay.
Your choice here is to take harm or fall into the pool.
I will take harm. I will take harm partially because I forgot this earlier as well. I have the move Strange Dangers.
Okay.
You are always watching for hazards. When you have no armor, you still count as having 1 armor.
Excellent. A lot of things happen very quickly here. the screen cuts and we see Michael press the controls to deactivate the collars for the Hork-Bajir guards. We see another controller pull out a Dracon beam as they see someone they're not familiar with lean down into the pool and start to put something in it. And they say, "But stop!" and fire a shot. A sickly yellow beam of light shoots out and grazes William's shoulder and hits you for 3 harm that is reduced to 2.
Oof.
And then B gets to
Can I see this on
a
the
bunch of
screen
buttons.
somewhere and press a button and use
Yep.
my what could go wrong to reduce someone's harm suffered by 1?
Ooh, okay. I like that.
That's really good.
That one.
As you are pressing buttons, you activate a machine that was nearby, like a crane arm that swings across and just barely moves, hits William and pushes him out of the way of the beam. So he still takes 2 harm that is reduced to 1 by being hit by the beam itself, or not by the beam, but being hit by the crane, but is not hit by the Dracon beam. And then in that moment, B is just pressing buttons, and oops, all of the lights in the lower basement floors go fully out, and people start screaming, and you hear someone say, "It's time," and animals start appearing and screaming. And you hear the roar of a lion and a gorilla as the lights come back on in this room. And suddenly there are wild animals in this room that are making contact with Hork-Bajir controllers.
Did I do that? I was just pushing buttons.
I thought you said there weren't Andalites here.
I didn't know that there were. And you hear a deep and menacing voice screaming, "Andalite bandits!"
That's exactly what I heard.
Yep.
When I read it.
And moving into the room of the Yerk pool, you see what looks like a blue centaur who does not have a mouth. And they have a set of eyes here on their head, and then 2 stalks that go up and have another set of eyes that are looking around the room, and a wicked long tail that ends in a like spiked curve. And I can actually show you, if it will focus. You see what other people would know as an Andalite.
Did you frame a cover of an Animorphs book to keep by your desk?
Why did that look like a tick?
For Valentine's Day, I got real into Animorphs. And so there's a podcast called Animorphing Time where they review all of the books, and it's very good and very fun. But that image was on their Twitter page, and it was captioned "The Only Blue Lives That Matter." And
You've just sold me on this podcast.
Yes.
It's awesome. My wife printed out that image and framed it for me and gave it to me for Valentine's Day last year. And so I have it hanging on my wall.
That's true love right there.
Yeah. So shit's popping off. We're going to very quickly. So the payload has been deposited. There is oatmeal in the pool. It is spreading. The pool is starting to boil with activity of Yerks going buck wild. And then also there is a tiger and a gorilla and a hawk that have been, not a hawk, a falcon, No, it's a
Red-tailed hawk.
red-tailed hawk. It's a red-tailed
Yep.
hawk. A red-tailed hawk that is flying around, and you hear, and it is going for eyes in this room. So what are B and Michael and William going to do here?
Okay, so for Michael, I want to use my last hold from my investigative mystery, and I want to know where the portable Condrona is.
Yeah, I think that you are looking around this room and you see higher up in above the monitoring station a very like nice looking suitcase that you pull down, open up, and and you see this like machinery that is emanating some source of energy. And SM461 grabs that and says, "Thank you. You've gotten what you want.
And you've gotten what you want. So what's your next play?
Survive." And they take the suitcase and they run.
What do we do now? Are these animals things, they on our side, or I mean, it looks like they're on
Yes.
our side.
They're fighting against the Yerks. They're definitely on our side.
Right. Should I push more buttons?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
What can go wrong?
Sure.
Actually, if you want to push more buttons, I think I should go save William.
Okay. Control Alt Delete.
That's not what those. You know what? Have fun.
I love that. Okay. you always need a man in the chair, man or woman or non-binary person in the chair to just be able to help out with these things. Okay, so we're going to treat this as B is able to help out from the control room. So you'll be able to do a couple things here where you can move some machinery around in this room through controlling it, through both chaos and slowly intuiting how the system works. And so you will be able to help out with things through the use of the machinery, or you'll be able to cause things to happen. And so you'll be able to jump in, and that's how you can like interact with these scenes very clearly. And if you have other ideas, toss them out.
Well, I automatically help out, so
yeah. Well, you're still going to roll, but like that's the like actions that you can take, right?
Well, no, because I got the power of heart. I automatically help out.
Oh my god, you do.
That's awesome.
Oh no. William,
Yes.
you are down in the pits. You just saw a big blue looking motherfucker come out screaming, and he's starting to run at Tiger as some Hork-Bajir guards are squaring up on you, and you see other like animals. You see a wolf is here, and then a bear just like out of the like from nowhere, from in between some crates, you see a bear come out and just start mauling things. What are you going to do here?
Should also add that the Andalite that is screaming is not doing it verbally, but mentally.
Yeah, everyone can hear it in their brains.
Right. And just so I can recall, the Andalite is with the animals that are attacking, yes?
No, they are fighting him. They are fighting.
Oh, shit.
What's it like to be a regular human person when this shit pops off? Was the whole concept of the mystery.
Yeah.
Why do you think we chose Pasadena, California for this kind of...
Yeah. I feel like, because William's been at this for about 20 years now.
Yeah.
So I feel like William would know an Andalite, if nothing else, if not by sight, then by description.
Yeah, you've heard the name before, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I think I am definitely surprised to see one. Since it seems to be fighting against the animals, and the animals are doing things, I'm trying to decide if I want to shoot into the Yerk pool, just like shooting fish in a barrel, or if I want to shoot at the Andalite.
It's too bad you don't have a Draken beam.
Yeah, I
Or
just
the
have a
Yerk pool.
regular gun.
I mean, you can get one. Like,
I
they're all
prob-
around.
That's true. That's true.
Like, this is a full-on, like, this is a firefight at this
Yeah.
point.
Do you think I would have heard about the Yerk who got to be an Andalite controller? Do you think I would have
this is
heard?
fully, like, new information to you.
Okay.
What you are seeing right now is what you know.
Got it. Got an Andalite fighting. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start shooting into the Yerk pool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll try to find a I'll try to find one of the better guns, and I'll just start firing into the pool.
Okay.
It's not enough to get them high as fuck. I am also going to kill them while they are high as fuck.
It's Yerk pool, like swimming pool.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Have I been saying Yerk hole?
There is, like, this is not a kick some ass roll. They have no means of harming you, so
Yeah.
you pick up the gun and you just start blasting.
Yeah.
In other words,
but-
they have no means to defend themselves.
Yep.
Just want that to sit with you.
Fully. Yeah.
You know, I feel no guilt shooting defenseless Yerks because they deserve it. I do, however, feel conflicted about killing anybody who is being controlled by a Yerk. If I can avoid it, I will try to.
Well,
That's fair.
Figure it out, man. Because a controlled Hork-Bajir is barreling at you. Fully 4 legs coming to you currently. What are you going to do? And Michael and B step in anytime to figure.
I was gonna say, can I protect someone?
Way. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a
move
lot
not
of
often
chaos
seen
going on in this room.
A move not often seen in Monster of the Week. Oh, hey, guess what? That's a 12.
Wow.
Baller.
Yes.
I think protect someone is something that, like, we as keepers need to bake into kind of what's going on more and bait our players into using.
Yeah, just need to.
I think you got to
surround it
build
with
the relationship there to make them want
Yeah.
to protect each other.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to hold the enemy back. I think that's the extra effect I want to pick.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you just, like, physically place your body in between William and this charging Hork-Bajir. How do you do that? Currently, you are on the 2nd floor. William is on the, like, bottom floor here, in this general area, and there's a Hork-Bajir going this way. So how do you go from here to here?
I think I'm going to take advantage of the chaos and hope nobody's watching as I leap from the balcony down and get in front of this Hork-Bajir.
Baller.
And, like, if it, like, is coming down with its bladed arm, I just want to, like, put my arms up like this and block.
Yeah, I love that. You take a running, like, fucking Power Rangers, like, foot on the bar, flip, like, front flip in the air, doing a twist to land, and then, like, bring your arms up to block this thing.
Awesome.
Thank you for hanging out. B, what are you going to be doing as this chaos has ensued?
I want to find a way to get some electricity into the oatmeal pool.
Okay.
Jesus.
Hey, man. We're playing the hits.
Yeah,
That's what
we
happened
are.
I want to shove. I want to shove a plugged-in computer or something into it with a crane.
Yeah.
Hydrate or die straight.
Act under pressure is the meal of the day today, I think.
Okay. And I'm still holding from what could go wrong, so I've got a +2 to act under pressure.
Excellent.
Excellent. And it's a 12.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, you do this to absolute perfection. I think you're able to find, let's play the hits. You're able to find some work lights that they were using to work on their ships. And you use the crane arm that they've been using to like move supply chains back and forth and stuff like that to grab some of those lights and specifically the electric generators that they've been using to power it and toss it into the pool here. So we all see a big flash of light as all of this goes through. And that water that was previously boiling is now steaming and still.
What?
Oh,
I just want to run this through because, so these Yerks just went insane, started to boil, and then just got electrocuted.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Die, aliens!
Okay.
yeah.
Sometimes
Game over.
invading forces that are trying to actively control people don't deserve mercy.
Yeah. Warning, not only will this kill you, it will hurt at the entire time you're dying.
Yeah.
And you deserve it.
Okay. Yeah.
This is not a situation of like, oh, these people lived here and they had lives and homes and they were just minding their business. These are actively aggressive and invading forces. And sometimes people who are active invading and aggressive forces get called on their shit.
That's fair. Yeah.
We all know who I'm talking about.
Mhm.
I'm not pretending that I'm not being unclear about this message. We all know who I'm talking about.
I mean, the books were so subtle about the message.
Yeah, so subtle about the like clear cost of war.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We love our little child soldiers.
So love it.
The Animorphs,
Right.
not.
Interesting. Interesting
A real
statement that you
child
made here. Interesting thing that you just said.
The Animorph child soldiers, not real life child soldiers.
For sure. There's a
course.
tiger who's just ripping things apart. William, you've see mission accomplished.
Hell yes.
You have the Dark Souls screen come up. Yerk's vanquished.
Nice.
What is the move here now? You see this blue centaur thing starting to use its tail to really do some damage to some of these other animals that are actively fighting here. And I think the burst of light happens and you hear the blue creature curse and call for a retreat.
Oh. Shit. I mean, as
I
an
think-
ex.
I think to add to this, Rick has gone to many of his Hork-Bajir brethren and started to cut open their skulls to remove slugs.
That's hardcore. I love that.
Damn.
That is something they did in the books as well.
It's literally what happens in the books. Hey,
Yeah,
this is a good series. It's wild.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, like Tobias comes across some Hork-Bajir that are running away, and he's like, "How can you prove you're not controllers?" And one of them's like, "Oh, here," and just cuts open his head.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Do you see a slug in there?"
There's not.
They're so fucking metal.
Yeah, they heal very quickly.
Yep.
How do you think this guy got free?
Yeah. I mean, okay. All right. So we got Rick taking care of the Hork-Bajir controllers. I am loath to hurt a controller, but I think I am going to take aim at the Andalite controller.
Okay.
My intention is to stop him from, not necessarily to stop the retreat, but to stop him from joining the retreat.
That sounds to me like you want an advanced Ixamat. I don't think that there's any situation where you put hands on this dude, metaphysically or otherwise, and he's not coming for you. So that's to kick some ass roll.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay, come on. Come on, Susanna Dice. That's a 7.
That's 7.
That's a 7.
So it's not an advanced success, but you do trade harm. So what weapon are you using?
I am using the laser gun, the advanced gun.
Okay. The Dracon Beam deals 4 harm.
Yes.
As that shot fires off, a searing pain goes through this creature's body. And it doesn't even turn its body to you. You see its eye stalks go and fully look at you and glare, and the tail whips across your chest. And you're going to take 4 harm.
Ouch. Okay.
Oh,
well,
I mean,
that reduces
okay.
by 1
so I
because
have,
you have that armor.
Because
So
I have the
3.
armor, and I also have prepared to defend. Whenever you suffer harm when you kick some ass or protect someone, you suffer 1 harm less.
Nice. So you only take 2. So you've
Only
taken 4 harm total, I think, this mystery.
If
I'm remembering
sitting
correctly.
Well, because I got hit by that bike, but that was only 1 harm. So I had taken that off because when I saw the move, I was like, oh shit, I have 1 armor, so that didn't do anything technically.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I am sitting at 3 harm. I am right at the line before unstable.
Cool.
I do think that makes me kind of stumble back a bit. I'm also trying to establish some distance between me and that tail. And I don't know, Michael? Mike?
Yeah, Michael
help.
B, what's going on? What are y'all
am I
playing
still entangled with the Hork Badger?
Yeah, you were wrestling a Hork Bajir the last time we saw you. What do you want to do about that? Are you guys hungry?
I want to use Jinx some ass.
Jinx some ass. Yeah, roll Jinx. It looks like you guys want to go out.
Oh no! That is a 1 and a 2 on the dice. Plus
That's
2 makes for a 5.
You jinxed your own ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the experience from this. On a miss, the keeper holds 2 over you to be used in the same way. You can spin the whole 1 for 1 to interfere with a hunter, giving them -1 forward. Help a hunter, giving them +1 forward by interfering with their enemy. Interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do. Inflict 1 harm on the target due to an accident. The target finds something you left for them, or the target loses something that you will soon find.
I think what happens here is the Hork Bajir cannot overpower you because that's not how you work. But it does hit you in a particular way that your hologram deactivates. What do you look like when you have nothing hiding you?
I look like a terrier standing on 2 legs, like complete, like even like bent, like tiny dog feet, and like my actual hands are kind of small, and I have just like this metallic face.
All right, yeah. People in this room clock that. And as that is happening, I think once again, like the awareness, the fucking eye stalks. The Visser sees a Che that is here on Earth, and they take note of that, and they start to break away from the animals that they had been fighting, and as they move along, they're going to take a tail slash at you and try and hit you for 4 harm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any armor, so I will take the 4 harm.
Oof, yeah. This tail fully lands into your body and rips some pieces of you away as he starts to retreat. And you see him start to shift and change into this foreign alien creature. He sprouts wings and loses his hooves and his torso, and his body shrinks down, and the eyes shrink down into himself. So he just has 4 eyes as a creature that looks kind of like a manta ray folds itself up and spins out and away from the building here, moving out and up into the rest of the building to leave. And B, what is the last thing that we do?
The last thing that we do, I'm sure there's a self-destruct button.
Yeah, you can oops into a self-destruct sequence. That's fine.
Oops. Oops.
You're just fucking around on the computer at that point, and you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And you click a series of keys that's like self-destruct sequence. Would you like to activate?
We went from Dee Dee to Doofenshmirtz.
Yes. Wait, do I know how long that I have in the countdown?
It is undisclosed.
Is what?
It is undisclosed.
I mean, surely they'd give themselves enough time to get escaped, right?
Yeah, man.
Yes, and don't call us
Okay.
Shirley.
Yes, surely. Okay.
Self-destruct sequence activated. 59.
Everyone out! Now run!
Yeah,
And that comes over the speakers throughout the entire building, and people are freaking out and starting to just fully flee.
I'm gonna grab Michael, scoop him up, and get going.
You
Little
probably
running today!
couldn't scoop me up.
No,
No,
Too
I'm
heavy?
very heavy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Michael,
wanna
you are
reactivate-
unstable, but you're still able to move.
I can't be
You're
unstable.
ambulatory. Oh, fuck. You're right.
Yeah. I'm going to reactivate my hologram and be back to my Michael form.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at William and say, I think it's time to go.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. You see the animals starting to break the cages that these people were in.
Oh, shoot, that's a good idea.
Listen, I'm only made of flesh and blood.
You go. I'll
meet you outside.
Okay.
Yep. And I think Michael's going to go through and help assist them in breaking these chains
Okay.
with a high
And what is B going to do during this sequence? Just screaming and waiting for the explosion.
I just run it out, away.
Okay, you
Yes,
run
go back
out.
up the stairs. Just
So for William and yes, so everyone's going to need to roll act under pressure here. On a success, you are out and you are cleared from the blast. On a mixed success, you are out, but you will take some harm. And on a failure, you are still within the building as it goes down.
Oof.
With a +1 from Dixon, I've got a 10.
Okay, 10. Excellent.
I'm going to spin my last luck.
You're going to spend a luck point. Excellent.
I got an 8, but since we are at the end of this, I think I am also going to spend my last luck to make sure I get out unscathed as
Okay.
well.
So all of you get out unscathed. Good job, because that was a 10 harm move.
If I had been full health, I could have taken that.
Yeah.
Just want to
if you had
brag a little bit.
If you had been full health, you could have taken it. Dooming yourselves to
still
get
got
out.
luck,
If
please.
this was a
I've
long
still
running
got luck,
campaign,
please.
that would have been interesting. I would say that interacting with the York Empire in this way is a method of dooming yourself.
Yeah.
So you all get out and you get clear of the explosion. And what I want to know, I Ray was helping, and so was Rick. So I'm going to roll 4d6. 4d6 is the number of humans that were freed from this. And then there's going to be an additional 2d6 for the number of Orc-Bajir that were freed. It's a Rick roll. You're right. So first up, we have humans.
I like how the series kind of dropped a little bit with that. Thank you, Dixon.
That is 14. 14 people were able to get out and have their lives back.
Out of 24.
And 3 Orc-Bajir are out with Rick. So what happens next?
I think I would tell Rick and the others to head towards the nearest woods, probably that we saw driving in. But I do want to have a scene with William.
All right.
I think like once we've gotten free and clear, Michael's going to have kind of a serious expression on his face. And he says, William, you know you're a very dear friend, and I care about you a lot. And this mission is very important. I think you should focus your energies on finding the Andalites, the animals that we're fighting. They're allies and they're going to need help. And I can't think of anybody better to give them help. Unfortunately, I can't go with you. My holographic projector cut out, and the presence of the Che has to be a secret, has been a secret. And now that it is out, I have to warn the others, because now the Yerks will be looking for us. And while we are advanced, humans are impressive creatures. They went from being from a 12-second flight with a shoddy airplane to landing on their moon within 60 years. That is an incredible technological jump. And I think the right humans with our technology could make some terrifying discoveries, ones that would endanger this planet.
I understand. I hope we can meet again sometime in the future. It's been good to have a companion as I go on this mission. I can't say that I don't understand, because I do, but I'm gonna miss you, bud.
We'll see each other again.
Yeah, I'll find those Andalites.
Also, you should probably check in on B.
Yeah, no, they saw her. They're gonna be looking for her, same as they're looking for me now too. So
she's also very handy with computers, it seems.
And a Prius silently pulls up in front of you, and the window opens. Hey, I found my keys. Let's get out of here, bitches. The cops are coming.
All right. I look to Michael. Until next time.
Until next time.
I give him a quick hug. The man hug, the one-armed, pat, pat.
Michael will hug you with both arms tightly.
Yeah, I'll return it.
You hear the dull, resonating thump of hitting like an oil barrel that's empty.
Is that your gun, or you just have... No, I'm...
Damn it, man, don't make this harder than it already is.
Ooh.
Hey! And I guess, I'll hop in the car.
If you'll permit me, I have kind of a good exit scene, like a last scene.
Yeah, man.
For Michael, I think
planned here.
I think we have Michael like walking like down the road, so to speak, like kind of like Bruce Banner and the Hulk.
Yep.
And just this stray dog runs up to him and like barks, and he smiles and like gives the dog scritches, says, "Hey buddy, what's your name?" And then I think that's where we would leave that.
Yeah, I like that. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for playing. We've reached the end of our our Animorphs alternate history mystery. Good job.
Mystery.
Yay!
Good.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you so much for running
Thank
this,
you.
Jason.
It's all in your heads. Yeah, so I was Jason. I am the person who does things for Memester of the Week, and I also occasionally play on other shows and provide music for other shows. So yeah,
Yep.
thank you
Thanks,
for
Jason.
hanging out.
Thank you so much. And also thank you to Mr. Ray from $2
Yeah.
Creature Feature.
I don't do music for shows, but I do $2 Creature Feature and guest on a lot of shows.
Yeah. And good luck on the move.
Yeah, thanks.
And also thank you very much to River for joining us. I
Thank
you
think
for
we
having
popped
me.
your streaming cherry, did we? Or
I mean, I've streamed before, but I don't think
Oh.
I've streamed with like a group like this.
Mhm.
So
okay. Okay.
Oh, so we
You
popped your group cherry.
popped your group
yeah,
I don't
cherry
like this.
then?
I'm just gonna say it. I don't like this. Well, and River is always fun. Like River, you are always a lot of fun to play with, and you always bring a lot of energy and a lot of interesting ideas to the table. And
thank you.
you can look out for at least the three of us working more together in the future on other things.
Yes.
Ooh. What's the
Secret
space?
Keep an
Thanks.
eye. Yes. Keep an eye
Mm.
on Ray and Jason's socials.
Yep.
Just
Awesome.
yes.
And also,
Oh.
just a quick reminder, it's my birthday. I put together
Happy
a bundle of 4 of my
Happy
Monster of the Week
birthday!
mysteries. Go buy it if you would like. I will see everyone back in a couple of weeks for the October feature, which is a 3-episode of Ghost of El Paso with David, Pat, Emma, and Maya, and myself. I got to play a mad scientist. But yeah, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. And that just leaves us to wave awkwardly while I find the bye-bye button.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I have big
Bye.
hands. I just noticed.
Yeah, I also have big hands.
I
Yeah.
don't. Only when
Big
they're
as my
close to the
face.
screen.
I've
Anyway,
heard that means
bye.
I have cancer. Bye.
What? Think so.